Right now, you're trapped inside a collapsing bubble of light. Every second, galaxies are screaming away from us, crossing a boundary from which no information can ever return. Most people believe the universe is just empty space. But there is a mathematical wall at the edge of our vision that defies the laws of physics. By the end of this journey, you will discover the terrifying secret of what lies beyond the absolute reach of light. Imagine standing on a shore where the ocean doesn't just end, it ceases to exist. This is the particle horizon. It is a sphere with a radius of 46 billion light-years, centered exactly on you. It is the absolute limit of our observable reality. Yet the math suggests this is just a tiny fraction of the whole. We are essentially living in a cosmic shadow, blinded by the very speed at which the universe expanded during its birth. Since the Big Bang, space has been stretching like a fabric under extreme tension. But here's the paradox. Space can expand faster than the speed of light. This isn't a violation of Einstein's relativity. It is a loophole. While nothing can travel through space faster than light, the space itself can carry galaxies away at impossible velocities. This creates a ghost zone, a graveyard of stars we can see but can never, ever reach. Close your eyes and feel the scale. If you could fly at light speed, you would still be losing ground. The distance between us and the furthest visible objects is growing by millions of kilometers every single hour. It is a silent, cold acceleration. This isn't just a distance problem. It is a time problem. We are looking at the ancient past, watching the light of dead suns, while their current selves have already slipped over the edge. But what if the edge isn't a wall? Scientists are now grappling with a hidden topology, the actual shape of the infinite. If the universe loops back on itself like a higher dimensional donut, then the horizon is a massive optical illusion. You could travel in a straight line forever and end up exactly where you started. But the data shows something far more unsettling. The curvature is so flat that the loop might be too big to ever see. This flatness presents a terrifying reality. If the universe doesn't loop, then it is truly infinite, and we are just a microscopic island in a sea of endless variation. But if it is infinite, why can we not see more? The answer lies in the dark flow, a mysterious tugging from beyond our horizon. Something massive is pulling on our universe from the outside. Next, we dive into the math that proves the existence of this terrifying void. We must look at the motion of galaxy clusters. They aren't just moving with the expansion. They are drifting toward a specific unexplained patch of sky. This isn't random. It suggests a massive gravitational influence originating from outside our observable bubble. Something so gargantuan, it is pulling entire superclusters toward the unknown, far beyond the reach of our most powerful telescopes. This leads us to a crisis in cosmology known as the Hubble Tension. We measure the expansion of the universe using two methods: the cosmic microwave background and local supernovae. They don't match. The universe is growing faster than our best models predict. This discrepancy isn't a mistake, it's a crack in our understanding, hinting that the stuff outside our horizon might be fundamentally different from what is inside. Think of the cosmic microwave background as a glowing curtain, the oldest light in existence. It marks the moment the universe became transparent. But this curtain hides a secret. There are cold spots, anomalies in the temperature map that shouldn't exist. Some theorists believe these are bruises on our universe, literal impact points where our bubble might have collided with another universe in a higher dimensional multiverse. Driving this separation is dark energy, a repulsive force that accounts for 70% of everything. As it pushes space apart, it acts like a cosmic eraser. It is thinning out the connections between galaxies, until they become isolated islands. Eventually, the expansion will be so rapid that light from other galaxies will never reach us again. We are witnessing the slow-motion fracturing of the cosmos into total dark solitude. If the universe is truly flat, the math demands infinity. But infinity isn't just a large number. It is a mathematical nightmare. In an infinite space, every possible arrangement of atoms must repeat. Somewhere, quintillions of light years away, there is another version of you watching this exact video. But because of the light speed limit, these copies are forever severed, trapped in their own shrinking horizons. Never to meet, and beyond our horizon lies the bulk, a concept from string theory. If our universe is a three-dimensional membrane floating in a higher dimensional void, then what we perceive as the edge is merely the limit of our brain's reach. The dark flow might be the gravity of a neighboring brain leaking into ours. We are not just drifting in space. We are bobbing in a sea of higher dimensions that we can calculate but never touch. And how do we prove the existence of something we literally cannot see? The clues are hidden in the structure of the void itself, the great attractor and the voids that dominate the cosmic web. As we push further into the darkness, we realize that the vacuum of space isn't empty. It is boiling with a hidden energy that could tear the fabric of reality. Next, we explore the Big Rip and the ultimate fate of the cosmic horizon. Imagine the vacuum of space isn't a passive stage, but a hungry predator. If the density of dark energy increases over time, a phenomenon called phantom energy, the cosmic expansion won't just accelerate, it will become violent. This leads to the Big Rip. It begins with the furthest galaxies vanishing from view, but ends with the very atoms in your body being torn apart by the stretching of space-time itself. As dark energy dominates, our cosmic horizon doesn't just mark the limit of what we can see, it becomes a closing curtain. In this scenario, the observable universe actually shrinks in a relative sense. One by one, the distant lights go out. We aren't just moving away from the rest of the universe. We are being quarantined in an ever-decreasing bubble of reality. Soon, the Milky Way will be the only thing left in an infinite black void. But there is a more sudden threat lurking in the mathematics of the vacuum. We assume the space between stars is at its lowest possible energy state, but it might be a false vacuum. This is the boiling energy hinted at in our deepest equations. If a single point in space transitions to a lower energy state, it would trigger a bubble of true vacuum, expanding at the speed of light, incinerating the laws of physics and rewriting the universe. While the Big Rip is a violent end, the more likely fate is the heat death. This is the ultimate triumph of entropy. As the universe continues its relentless expansion beyond the horizon, the energy density of space drops toward absolute zero. Stars burn out. Black holes evaporate through Hawking radiation, and the very particles of matter decay. The horizon becomes a boundary for a graveyard of frozen photons scattered across 1 trillion light years. This isn't just a distant future. The process has already begun. There are stars whose light is currently traveling toward us, but because of the expansion rate, that light will never arrive. They are already gone from our future, even though we see them in our sky today. This cosmic event horizon is the ultimate wall. It separates the habitable now from an after that we are mathematically forbidden from ever witnessing. We are left staring at a boundary that is both a physical limit and a temporal end. But if our entire observable universe is just a single bubble destined for decay, what lies in the space between bubbles? If our Big Bang was just one spark in a process of eternal inflation, then the horizon is merely a veil. Next, we step beyond that veil to the most controversial theory in science, the infinite multiverse and the landscape of eternal creation. The landscape of eternal inflation is a realm where the space between universes expands faster than light itself. Our Big Bang was not the definitive start of all things, but a local event, a single bubble of stability forming in a chaotic, ever-expanding ocean. We are part of a fractal reality where new universes are born every fraction of a second, forever isolated by the very expansion that created them. Within this infinite sea, the laws of physics are not universal. They are local variables. In one bubble, gravity might be a repulsive force. In another, the fundamental particles might never cohere into atoms. This is the ultimate mathematical payoff. If the multiverse is truly infinite, every version of reality exists. We are not a miracle, but a statistical inevitability in a bubble that happened to allow life to flourish. This grander structure explains the dark flow that tugs at our galaxies. It is the gravitational ghost of a sister universe, pulling on our matter from across the dimensional divide. We aren't just observing the edge of space. We are witnessing the limit of our specific physics. The horizon is a semi-permeable membrane where the influence of the infinite leaks into our finite bubble, leaving subtle scars on the cosmic microwave background. Feel the weight of this climax. Every star, every civilization, and every memory is a microscopic flicker in a structure that defies comprehension. The absolute edge isn't a wall, but a perspective. We are the universe trying to look at itself through a pinhole. Beyond that pinhole lies an endless expanse where time may not exist and space has no meaning. We are small, yet we are the only eyes the cosmos has to witness its own majesty. We return to where we began, the collapsing bubble of light. While the horizon marks the limit of our reach, it also defines the boundary of our home. The silence of the void is not a lack of existence, but a testament to the impossible scale of the stage. We may be trapped within a sphere of 46 billion light years, but our mathematics have already crossed the border. The dark isn't empty. It is a canvas of infinite potential. As you look at the stars tonight, remember they are just the prologue. The light shows us the past, the math predicts the future, and the horizon guards the secrets of the infinite. We are the explorers of the limit, standing on the shore of a sea that never ends. The journey to the edge of the observable is complete, but the mystery of what lies beyond the reach of light will haunt our curiosity for as long as the stars continue to shine. Thank you for watching. I really would appreciate it if you would subscribe, follow, like, and comment, as this helps the algorithm know that people are interested in my videos.